Hey friends, it's me Micah. This is the Homestead Bandwagon. Hey, let's talk real quick about winterizing your mower, making sure this thing is ready to go next spring when it's time to mow. What are things we forget to do? This is my checklist of things to do when winterizing your mower. Okay, we're ready to go through the checklist. Here we go. Things I recommend doing on this mower before it goes in for the winter. I recommend servicing your mower, not just changing the oil. Let's change out the air filter, change out the fuel filter, and change out, well, you can't see it, but the spark plugs. You change out the oil too. There's no reason not to do that service every year. It's not that expensive. Make sure your mower's running in tip-top shape. I would also recommend sharpening your blades. This blade has a big old nick in it. May as well sharpen it or replace it now when you're thinking about it and not thinking about it next spring and realizing the thing cuts like garbage. You know, get in here, check your belts. Are any of them frayed? This is a good time to change these belts out. When you're changing those belts out, it's really good to listen to those spindles that the belts are spinning on. Do they sound a little grindy? This is a great time to replace it. You know, might not have it in stock at your dealer, or if you don't have a dealer nearby, maybe you have to order it. That gives you a little time. You're not missing any mow time during the season by changing those spindles out now. Other thing I would really strongly suggest somebody do is winterizing their fuel tank. So whatever fuel you have in here, take it out, go get a cheap pump from like Harbor Freight or something, pump this gas out, put it in your car. Then grab yourself some of this stuff. Now I am not sponsored by Aspen, but I would not refuse them if they wanted to sponsor me. So this is, well, it says fuel for professionals. This is basically ethanol-free gas on steroids. So it has no olefins or aromatics or all this extra gunk that's in gas that can mess up your fuel system. If you get out your fuel, put some of this expensive gas in there, and then, we've already changed the oil, right? Run the motor for a little bit to get that oil, that brand new oil moving through the engine. This will end up being in your carburetor, and that's the only thing in your carb. This stuff has a 2-year shelf life. I just find it's way better than using sea foam or any of these magic potions. This is just pure gasoline that we know is going to be good. So when you go to start the machine, when spring comes, it'll actually start for you. So this is a huge mistake I see people not making, which is winterizing their fuel. Get that in there. Make sure that's the only thing in your fuel system. I would go so far as to put this in the fuel system first before changing out the fuel filter. And tires. This is something I really don't see people doing very often. Check your tires. If there's leaks, this is a great time of year to check for leaks and to patch them or replace your tires, because come spring, you're going to have a flat tire that's off the bead and it's going to be a pain in the neck. Why not just take care of it now? Go get some tire slime, just put it in all the tires. Get those tires ready to go for the spring. And then the last big thing is under the hood, or under the seat in this case, is your battery. Get into these battery connections, use your sprays, your wire brushes, whatever you have to do to clean these connections, but put this battery on some sort of a tender. What I've done here, and there's a link to this thing in the description, this is a quick connect. So you can just, well, let me go show you on one of the other machines. It connects to the battery, and what it basically does is it lets you hook up a battery charger to the battery really easy. So let me turn on a light here. So this is a little Gooloo battery tender, and basically this thing does a float charge on your battery, and that little quick connector connects right here. So you can just leave that connector on year-round on your battery, and all you got to do is plug this on. This leads up to the battery tender onto your battery. So we'll rotate that tender through our machines throughout the year, but they also make versions where there's like 5 leads on them. So if you keep a tender on your battery during the winter, when you go to start it up during the spring, it's gonna work. I'll tell you what else is really important to do for your mower when you're winterizing it is rat and mouse proof it. I just did a video on how to rat and mouse proof your machine. Check it out, I'll put a link here. The number one thing I see on these mowers is bad fuel in them, stored in them over the winter. Probably the number 2 thing I see at our shop come springtime is rats and mice have eaten through the wires on a mower. So we did an entire video just on how to rat and mice proof your area where your mower is, or your mower itself. Tell you, it's small steps like that that really make a big difference come spring and save you tons of money. So there it is, my big exciting list. Have I missed anything? I don't think I have, but if I did miss anything, hit me up in the comments, let me know. Hope this was helpful. We'll see y'all later.